Morning, Aaron. Morning, John. If you guys know, so you know, on the bottom of the page that you're on, there's actually a comment section. Or in the Crypto Wealth Club group, if you're on the post and you're watching live in the group, you can comment on it. Your comment will actually show in my back office. And when it shows, I'll be able to highlight your comment like this one right here. So John asked, can you tell us where we can find information about Bitcoin Vault? All you got to do is go to bitcoinvault.global and it will bring up all the information on Bitcoin Vault itself. But whenever you guys comment, that's what I'll see. I can highlight your questions and I can answer your questions live, so you guys will get all of the information, okay? Let's go ahead and get started because we're at the top of the hour, okay? My name is Ari Maccabee and I want to welcome you to tonight's presentation on Miningcity. Now, it's kind of odd how I got here because let's face it, I never expected to be a member of this company. I want you to know that and know that right up front. I got exposed to this business when somebody came to me and said, Ari, I think I found a scam. I want you to take a look at this. And when he showed it to me, I saw a website of Miningcity and their parent company, MineBest, and they had almost exactly the same image at the top of their website that had CGI. It wasn't a real photo. It had been edited and so on and so forth. And when I saw that, I thought, oh gosh, here we go, another mining scam. And I basically called it a scam, but I didn't dig in deep enough to really do a lot of due diligence, and I missed this one. I've always told people if I ever miss something and I make a mistake, I will drop a bunch of my own money in it and I will go gung-ho. And that's exactly what happened with this company right here. I messed up, guys. I made a massive mistake. I had to reach out to IL and apologize, reach out to Greg, apologize, to Hannah, apologize, and repair the damage I'd done because, this is a good company. When I started to dig into it, what I found, it literally blew my mind. For the first time, you had a company that had been mining for 2 years. That company not only mining for 2 years, but successfully mining for 2 years. And then they also had a speaker, or an owner, I should say, that was a featured speaker in the mining industry. He had been an inventor prior to getting into the mining business. I looked up all of his inventions, major inventions, and I found out this guy's not just a real guy, he's a reputable guy. He's somebody that you can actually believe in. And when I finally had an in-depth conversation with him, I realized this guy wasn't blowing smoke. He really knew his business about the mining space. And that's saying a lot because I started mining Bitcoin in May of 2011. Now, that's the true story. I used to have a little black box sitting down under my computer, a little computer sitting underneath my desk, and that's what made me Bitcoin. And when we first got started, I had no idea what I was doing. I had a neighbor that had reached out to me and said, Ari, you're doing all this stuff. Why don't you go ahead and start mining Bitcoin with me? So I took a risk on it. I started mining. I had no idea what I was doing. I was brand new to it, and I didn't even have a monitor or a mouse hooked up to the computer. It just kept working. And this opportunity, obviously, guys, let me tell you this. Before I got involved in this opportunity, I obviously had a long education in Bitcoin because I've been doing it so long. But in May, or I should say around March of 2013, I came back again into Bitcoin real heavy, mining it first, starting to learn more about it. And like a lot of us, guess what? I got caught in scams. And that's what created this thing within me where I said, I'm not going to do scams anymore. I don't want my people to lose money. And that's why I created the group called Is It a Scam? And I started calling them out. I want to be the voice of reason inside our industry. I know that's affected some people. I know it's frustrated some people, but it's not against the person. It's against the creators of the scams. And that's what a lot of people don't realize. Look, I have a massive heart. I want to see my people win. So tonight, what you're about to see, I believe, is literally the best thing since sliced bread. And I'm not kidding when I tell you that. This is a beast of a company, one of the best companies you will ever see. And I'm excited to show it to you. So without further ado, let me share my screen and let me start the presentation. But before I do, I want to tell you this. I'm working with the marketing department. We'll be updating this presentation because some of the information in it tonight is pre-halving. And we just halved in May 2020, as many of you guys know, this month. So they haven't updated it yet, but we're going to be updating it during the week. And next week, it'll be even more thorough. So let me share the screen, show you what we got. And then you guys can ask a bunch of questions also at the end. Let me go ahead and open this up full screen. Obviously, this is the second quarter presentation for 2020 for Miningcity. We're going to talk just briefly, guys, about cryptocurrency and blockchain. So what is cryptocurrency? The concept basically is a digital currency that's used to complete financial transactions and using blockchain technology. It provides high security and cannot be counterfeited. It's a means of storing value digitally. It does not require the need of a centralized authority. So it's a decentralized currency. The first currency to implement the blockchain technology was Bitcoin. It is essential to understand the technology when participating in cryptocurrency. So what is the blockchain? Blockchain is a decentralized ledger that is open to anybody. As the word says, it is a chain of blocks linked together. Each block contains information of transactions detailing who is participating in the transaction, the time, the date, and the amount transferred. And finally, each block stores a unique code or a hash to distinguish them from other blocks. So let's talk about how blocks are added to the blockchain. Let's say person A transfers funds to person B. The nodes or the miners confirm the transaction. The block is then given what we call a hash, and it's added to the blockchain. How to obtain cryptocurrency? You can purchase Bitcoin or Bitcoin Vault from a crypto exchange using one of the many cryptocurrency exchanges operating around the world to purchase Bitcoin or Bitcoin Vault. You create a digital account after choosing a market. You deposit your funds into the currency and then purchase the currency. So let's talk about that for a second. If you want to purchase Bitcoin, you could deposit USDT. If you wanted to purchase Bitcoin Vault, you can deposit USDT or Bitcoin. You know, you're going to have to basically transfer your USDT into Bitcoin, then to trade that for Bitcoin Vault. Purchasing from an exchange, though, will only give the user a set amount. There's no opportunity to create additional value. The best way to create cryptocurrency or to obtain it is to participate in the mining process, because it can be done and provide you a daily mining rewards or daily mining income. You participate in the mining process of Bitcoin or Bitcoin Vault as a node and obtain block rewards when you add the block to the blockchain. Participating in mining will give you the opportunity to increase the amount of coins that you could hold for potential additional value. Meaning, the more that you mine, the more coins you're going to get, guys. And here's the nice part. If you're smart and you do what I did in the very beginning, you can hang on to them. And over time, as they increase in value, you will become rich. What is mining? The mining process is the approval of transactions to connect the block to the blockchain. Once a block is approved, it's added to the blockchain. A block is approved and added to the blockchain when the miners confirm the transaction and solve the complex mathematical problem. The first miner to solve this and add the block to the chain is given the block reward in Bitcoin or Bitcoin Vault, depending on the blockchain transactions that are being approved. When one block is connected to the blockchain, it is stored on the distributed ledger, and the miners begin to process the transactions on the next block to obtain the next block reward. Difficulty. Let's talk about the key factors of mining. There's really four things, guys. Difficulty, mining pool, hash rate, and block reward. So difficulty is kind of unique because a lot of people don't understand how this works. But as more computers or more miners or nodes participate in mining, the difficulty to solve the block reward is adjusted. The average time for Bitcoin and Bitcoin Vault is roughly about 10 minutes. A mining pool is where miners combine together to form a pool so they can compete more effectively against big companies, which increases their chance to receive the block reward. Hash rate. A hash is the mathematical problem the nodes need to solve. Hash rate is the number of guesses your miner can make per second. Okay? Block reward is the number of Bitcoin or Bitcoin Vault generated when a miner finds a solution. Bitcoin is halved right now at every 210,000 blocks. Currently, well, we used to be at 12.5 Bitcoins, but that's just changed, obviously, in this month. It's now down to 6.25 Bitcoin per block. And then you talk about miners' power consumption. You're going to have, the higher the power of consumption of the miner, the more it is required to be paid in electricity costs, which means you're losing profit. The mining pools, the percentage of earnings taken for the service of the mining pool. Bitcoin price. The mined Bitcoin converted to any other cryptocurrency will show profitability. The TX ID or the TX hash is a unique transaction ID that's generated so you can view completed transactions. For instance, in your wallet, usually will have a link when you completed a transaction. You can click on it. It opens up a web browser. And that will show you the wallet address from the receiver, the sender, how much was transferred, the date, the time, and even the fee. Let's talk about the reasons for increasing mining difficulty. If more miners participate in mining, it's more likely to create a block faster. Therefore, to maintain the average of 10 minutes per block, the difficulty to solve the mathematical problem is increased or decreased depending on the total number of miners in the network. So let's talk about the first cryptocurrency for a second, Bitcoin. And guys, I want to tell you up front, I'm trying to go through this part really fast because this, a lot of you guys already know. But for the people that are brand new that have never seen it before, I want to kind of rush through it so they get an idea of what the differences are out there. But the first currency obviously created was, cryptocurrency was Bitcoin. It was created by an anonymous programmer called Satoshi Nakamoto, which could be one person or a group of people, on the 1st of November 2008 using blockchain technology. So let's talk about the differences between fiat money and Bitcoin. So creation process-wise, when fiat is created, it's issued by certain institutions like banks. But when Bitcoin is created, anyone can participate in the process as a miner. The transaction ledger for fiat is information on the ledgers not transparent because it's operated by institutions. They don't share any of that information publicly with the world. But with Bitcoin, we use a distributed ledger. The transaction history and balances can be viewed by anybody on the network. Transaction fees. This is where it gets big for me because I live overseas. I'm an American, and when I send money back and forth to the U.S., the fee for overseas remittance is quite high, usually somewhere around 5-6%. But with Bitcoin, it's a whole lot less, guys. The lower fees are massive. I could send $10,000. In fact, I'll give you an example. I sent $144,000 and it cost me less than $100. It was ridiculous. Transaction times, approximately 3 days for an overseas transaction, which is spot on. And those are business days, guys. So you understand. So if I send it on Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is when it arrives. But if I send that same transaction on Friday with Bitcoin, they're going to possibly get it in 10 minutes. I don't have to wait all that time. The potential of Bitcoin is what makes it unique, guys, obviously, is the scarcity. Bitcoin is only going to have 21 million coins in total. The last coin is expected to be mined by 2140, as is there a set total of coins to be mined. The value and demand is expected to grow, and this also prevents inflation, as no more coins can be issued. It's obviously decentralized. The distributed ledger is decentralized, and anyone who participates can view and be part of approving transactions, unlike a centralized system such as banks, where the ledger is private and controlled by the institution only. Let's talk about the value increase as block reward is halved. So Bitcoin's block reward, so you understand, is halved every 210,000 blocks, which is approximately every 4 years. Past records show that after every halving, the Bitcoin prices went up. The history of Bitcoin halving. So the total amount of Bitcoin, obviously 21 million. The last coin expected to be mined at 2140. Every 210,000 blocks or 4 years, it's halved. So we already have about 18 million Bitcoins that have been mined. Currently, 12.5 Bitcoins were mined per 10 minutes, but in May, that was actually cut down to 6.25 every 10 minutes. So what happened was the cost or the reward actually was decreased while the cost to increase Bitcoin has actually now went up, which is going to force the price to go up. And that's why you see in number 3 where it talks about the value of Bitcoin increases after the block reward decreases. This is kind of a way to control inflation, guys, so you understand with cryptocurrency. And let's talk about Bitcoin Vault for a second. Let's compare a little bit so you understand what's happening here in this scenario with Bitcoin. So again, we already talked about this. There's been 18 million Bitcoins already been mined. And that only leaves 3 million left to be mined. And let's not forget about the 1 or maybe 2 million that have been wasted or burned off, that have lost in wallets that, people can't get back into. But there's some issues also with Bitcoin, because if I send somebody Bitcoin and then it turns out to be a fraudulent transaction where the guy's basically stolen my money, I'm stuck. It's irreversible. Once it's processed, you can't get that back. You can't get it undone. The other issue with Bitcoin is this. 61% of Bitcoin in circulation is held by a minority of just 0.06 of all Bitcoin wallets in the world. So it's not been circulated properly, meaning, you have very small few of people that control the masses with Bitcoin, and it's not governments. So let's talk about Bitcoin Vault. What makes it different? What makes it special? First off, it's the first theft-proof coin to ever hit, the market out of 2,400 plus cryptocurrencies. It actually has 3 keys. It's the first coin to do this. Your first key, which every cryptocurrency has, is what we call a private key. And then you have a second key, which is what we call the transaction cancellation key or the theft protection key. Okay, I'm going to talk about that in a second so you understand how that works. But the third key is your fast transaction key. So let's say that I have Bitcoin Vault in my wallet, and I'm doing a transaction with somebody that I know. So I send them the Bitcoin Vault on my computer to their wallet, and because I know them and I know it's a legitimate transaction, I can turn around and go to a different device, such as my cell phone, and log into the same wallet, send them the third key through my wallet, and now all of a sudden that transaction will confirm in a matter of 10 minutes. But the second key is disable. So we've all heard about errors with exchanges where they've had some liabilities, they've been hacked, and Bitcoin has been stolen. Well, imagine that somebody stole the Bitcoin. The next morning, the exchange walks in and says, oh my gosh, we just got a bunch of our Bitcoin stolen. Well, with the second key in Bitcoin Vault, they can now retrieve all of the lost coins because they didn't get the third key from the second device. That's what makes this very unique. It makes it also an ultimate store of value, okay? Unlike, say, Bitcoin SV or Bitcoin Cash, this is not a fork of Bitcoin. This is an exact copy of Bitcoin Core, and it operates on a very unique platform because, like Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin SV, when it forked, we all got a bunch of free coins. What's that mean? That means that same 0.06 wallets got the majority of Bitcoin Cash and the majority of Bitcoin SV, and that's not fair. So our situation is very different. Bitcoin Vault is mined basically using the same ASIC chip, the same algorithm as Bitcoin, which is SHA-256. This has potential for current Bitcoin miners to switch over to Bitcoin Vault and increasing their mining network, which would lead to the value of the coin to increase. So as we add more miners, more demand, guess what happens to the price again? It shoots up. And we saw that because when I got involved, guys, the coin was about $1 something. And next thing you know, it was like 25 to 45 bucks. And today I wake up, it's $185. So we know this is true because we're seeing it. We're witnessing it every single day of the week. But both coins use proof of work to confirm transactions. They also create a real ecosystem around the mined coins as they're converted to pay for infrastructure and maintenance of the mining farms. What is unique about Bitcoin Vault and the reason that we believe this coin is going to skyrocket in value is, again, based on the fact that it's not a fork, it's created from ground zero. So we have a Genesis token. The first 7 months, we had 175 block reward and we mined 25% of all the coins. Then we have May 2020, guys. Guess what happened? The block reward dropped down. We're now hit at 44% of all the coins mined. And every 6 months, this coin is going to have until approximately November 2023. And that's when 94% of all the coins will be mined. And we'll be on the exact same pace that Bitcoin is. And that's when we'll follow the same halving every 210,000 blocks, just like Bitcoin, which is going to, again, make the value go up in price. Fair distribution. I talked about this a little bit earlier, but as Bitcoin Vault was not pre-mined, the block rewards from the first block have been distributed fairly to all miners. This provides confidence that the coin's value cannot be manipulated. Sorry about that, guys. Cannot be manipulated. A large amount of Bitcoin can be sold and the price of the coin can be affected. Let's talk about the high block reward. The block reward of Bitcoin is currently, or should say was 150 Bitcoin per 10 minutes. It's now down to 125. But the miners who participate at the early stages of mining can expect higher mining returns, just like we did when we were mining Bitcoin in 2013. I mean, that's really what you're seeing right now with Bitcoin Vault is Bitcoin mining in 2013. And anybody that mined back then got paid. So this is a wonderful opportunity for people who miss Bitcoin to start mining at the right time and get paid. The reduction of Bitcoin is set to catch the BTC block in 4.5 years, which I said was November 2023. That's a little off in the date, so you guys know, or the amount of years, but it is November 2023. And from that point, as I said, they'll be following the Bitcoin schedule exactly. So let's talk about the potential of Bitcoin Vault. What's the upside? So there's obviously, there's no direct correlation, guys, between hash rate and price. But as seen below, there's generally a larger market cap in relation to the larger hash rate, resulting in a higher price for the coin. So let's talk about that for a quick second. Like when you look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin's got 114 exahash. They also have 132 billion in the market cap. The price right now is about 9,500 bucks. The block reward is not 12.5, it's 6.5. And they basically have one of the highest market cap prices in the business. Bitcoin Cash is got 1.65 exahash, and we're at $4.35 billion. And the price is just 237 bucks, or right around 250, I think, right now. And the block reward again is at 6.25. Bitcoin SV is around 1.48 exahash, and market cap's 3.6 billion. The price right now is right around $200. 6.25 is the block reward, and the market cap, obviously, price is, you know, somewhere comparable where Bitcoin is. Okay, Bitcoin Vault, on the other hand, is kind of a unique beast because we launched this. We've actually scaled up. Instead of at 2.9 exahash, we're actually over 4 exahash today, and I'll show you that live in a few minutes. And I'll show you what our market cap is. I'm going to show you what the price is currently. I'm going to show you everything because I think it's important. In fact, let me actually just do this. Let me escape out of this real quick for a second. I'm going to stop sharing, and I'm actually going to come over, and I'm going to open up my browser. I want you guys to see. Let's get over here real quick. So let's go to Bitcoin Vault. Anybody can go to bitcoinvault.global, guys, and see this. I think it's really important you guys do. But this is actually very unique. So when we talk about coins in circulation, you're about almost 6 million right now, okay? Our market cap is actually over $1 billion. And our exchange rate right now is $184.79. When you look at our exchange rate, you know, it's actually higher than what I just showed you on the other screen. Let me go back to that. I have to stop sharing for a quick second. But when I come back over here, I want you to see those numbers again. You're going to see, because of the way that we're set up, we're actually a little bit higher than where the market cap price is for Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, and Bitcoin SV. You know, that network hash rate of Bitcoin has already surpassed Bitcoin Cash. It's already surpassed Bitcoin SV. When the block reward of Bitcoin is same as Bitcoin, that's when we have the potential to be the second largest coin on the market. When that happens, guys, you're probably talking about a coin that's worth $4,000 or $5,000. I mean, this is really a very unique beast. So we're not like on cryptocompare.com or, you know, any of the other mining calculators yet, because this is such a new coin. It only launched a couple months ago. But again, it's the only theft-proof coin out there. So let's talk about how to calculate hash rate, because people ask me this all the time. So here's your formula, basically. It's the mining hash rate divided by the network hash rate, and then times the daily block reward. So you got to do what's in the parentheses first, and that'll give you your daily block reward. So if you take a look right here, Bitcoin, the gold package, what I bought when I first got started, used to be 35 terahash. Now it's 42 terahash. But the Bitcoin price, BTCV price back then was like just $12.50. Now it's way up where it is. So as you actually go through the calculator, guys, this will actually show you how to calculate this. I'll make this slide available so you can go through the formula. Because right now I can tell you, I think the 12,600 package is actually producing about $135 a day. The $300 package is about $400 a day. So you can kind of scale those in between. But this is literally the most profitable coin. I'm mining Ethereum right now still. I'm mining Bitcoin right now. And neither one of these are close to this. So to me, this is the bread and butter. If you're mining and you want to make real money from mining, this is the coin you want to mine. And we have the formula so you can figure out what it is. But I'll give you guys this slide and put it in the group so you guys can actually see it all and use it, because if I go over it here, you're probably not going to retain it. Let's talk about Miningcity and MineBest and how these two companies basically formed a strategic partnership. So Miningcity basically is it is the marketing arm, so you understand, for Miningcity or MineBest. Okay, MineBest has been around since 2017. Miningcity didn't start until January of 2019. I'm sorry, guys, if you hear the noise in the background too. I have a 9-month-old, and you probably hear her screaming a little bit and playing around. But Miningcity basically is a global company that rents out hash power to mine cryptocurrencies. Over 200,000 customers have already trusted Miningcity to unite their strength and increase their chance to strike digital gold. In fact, that number, I believe, now is over 300,000. But Miningcity provides the mining power, takes care of the technology and maintenance, while Miningcity reaps the rewards. Okay, or it should say MineBest provides the mining power, takes care of the technology and maintenance, while Miningcity community reaps the rewards. So let's talk about the transparency. We're located in different markets around the world. We have a mining space, obviously, in Kazakhstan, which is the one we're going to talk about the most, where you can actually go see tours. MineBest has a corporate headquarters in Warsaw. They also have mining guys in China and a couple of other locations. One, I believe, somewhere right outside Russia. And they're always looking for more space because they want to grow. They want to do something very unique. But as a very transparent company, this is how it works with Miningcity. Miningcity basically gets 35% of the commissions, and 2% goes to the salaries of all the employees of Miningcity. MineBest, on the other hand, gets 6% towards the mining farms, 24% goes towards the purchase and the maintenance of the mining farms, of the equipment, and then 3% for shipping and taxes. 20% basically goes into pre-mining because they immediately want to scale up when they start, and then 10% is the company profit. They publish this. This is how it is. It's never deviated. It's never been off one penny. MineBest, mining expertise. MineBest is a technologically advanced infrastructure company that specializes in cryptographic computing activities. It is one of the most dynamic, growing companies in the cryptocurrency mining industry, and has been in the mining and cryptocurrency field since its inception in 2017. MineBest also hosts multiple cryptocurrency farms in Kazakhstan at 20 megawatts, another 20 megawatts, and a 50 megawatt, all at full capacity. Also in Kazakhstan, MineBest has a new 20 megawatt and 150 megawatt facilities under construction, as well as a 100 megawatt data center already in China under construction, with 50 megawatts of it currently operational, all expected to be ready this quarter of this year. So let's talk about the relationship, obviously, between MineBest and Miningcity. So as I said, MineBest is basically the company that does all the mining. They do everything. Miningcity is the marketing arm. They sell the machines, the hash power, because that's really what it is. When somebody comes here and they say, I want to buy 5 terahash, or I want to buy 6 terahash, or whatever the package is they're buying, that's really equipment. So the equipment that they're buying is what serves the hash power. MineBest takes care of the equipment. They set them up. They do all of the back end stuff that most people don't want to do, because that's what they're great at. And then they obviously give you the highest profitability with mining and the lowest possible expenses. Okay, this is how it works, so you understand. So they have a stable power supply. In Kazakhstan, they have a government-approved mining facility that's with stable and reliable power at a global competitive electricity price. Right now, it's less than 5 cents per kilowatt. And then they created something called the MineBest box, guys. Now, I want to take you back to this for a second, because that is the MineBest box. But they have even a bigger one right now. The MineBest box was something that they built because Kazakhstan's a very cold climate. I mean, it used to be part of Russia. So this little box is basically automatically activated. It basically drops the need for separate air conditioning. So this gives you higher efficiency, lower electricity costs, and basically puts more profit in your pocket. They also are very transparent. They give you different plans which allow individuals to rent out hash power for a period of 1,100 days, and daily mining can be calculated using the daily mining formula, as the electricity expense per day is provided. So this is, again, the mining calculator for Bitcoin. You can go to Crypto Compare on any of the packages. There's a link for Bitcoin. You can see what the profit is at that given day and time. But I will tell you this, if you click it in the morning and you click it in the evening, it will be two different numbers. It varies throughout every day. And that's how, people ask me all the time, all right, please quote me what I'm going to make, from mining. I can't quote you that because here's the reality. The difficulty is fluctuating all day long. The value is fluctuating all day long. And it's like you need like this crystal ball. So that's why we use these calculators to actually tell people how to calculate their earnings. The machines, this is kind of a unique beast because when I first bought my machine to mine Bitcoin, I actually bought an Antminer S9. And what happened was in February 2020, IAL came to us and said, hey, we discovered something that can make you guys more money mining Bitcoin. And what it was this brand new WhatsMiner M21S miner. They replaced at no cost to any of us all of the Antminer S9 machines. And it's because it's a more efficient machine. So to kind of help you guys understand, if you look on this side of the page right over here, this is the cool part. This actually only spent $2.39 per day for electricity based on a 35 terahash plan. But this one spent $7.98 per day on a 35 terahash plan. So, just by saving costs on electricity, your profit margin actually went up. And with Miningcity, Bitcoin, or Bitcoin Vault with Miningcity, basically, this is how you get started, guys. You want to go back to the link that somebody that brought you here. Don't go to miningcity.com. Listen to what I'm telling you. I'm going to have that edited next week. Go to the person that invited you here. Get their link. You want to purchase a mining plan. And if I were you, I would purchase for Bitcoin Vault right now. And then you want to start mining. The mining will start on the 10th day. Your first payout will be on the 11th day, just so you guys know. And let's talk about the marketing planner, how you get paid, because this is one of the most exciting things. Like when I got in here, I didn't tell anybody. I just bought my package at first. I sat there, and I'm going to show you guys this live so you can actually see, because I think it's really important. I just sat there, and I let my machine work for itself. And, I've made good money from it because of this comp plan, because of what has exploded in our team. So you have 5 different ways you can make money. You have your binary tree bonus. You have a binary matching bonus. You have a plan bonus. You have a purchase bonus. And then you have a residual bonus. Let's talk about each one of these. So in your binary, basically, you have different options or different packages to purchase. So somebody comes in and they buy a package. This is what they are right now. They're 300, 600, 1200, 2400, 4200, and then 12.6. Now, if you notice, the 300 is 3 terahash, 600, 6 terahash, and every one of these are 100 per terahash except for the 12.6. When you actually buy the 12.6, they give you a 12 terahash bonus for buying the biggest package, and this is the same thing on Bitcoin Vault. But here's where it kind of gets unique. So they have this thing called your citizen ranks, and they also have, when you buy a package, they have these things called binary points. So we're going to talk about these to help you guys understand how that works. But you're a resident, you become a resident when you make a $300 purchase. You become a citizen when you have a $600 purchase, okay? That's all it takes in your sales volume. When you become a city builder, a little different opportunity here is city builder, you have to sponsor 5 people and you have to have $12,000 in volume, okay? As a city developer, you buy a $600 package, you have to sponsor 5 people, you have to have $60,000 in team volume, and at least 1 in your team A, okay? City manager, 2,400. You're going to have 5 people sponsored, 300,000 in volume, and you have to have 3 city developers in your team with a 1 in at least your team A, okay? And let's see, each come from a separate leg, and you need 300,000 in volume, which I already said. So city chief manager, $4,200 package, sponsor 5 people, 2.4 million in volume. You need a total of 3 city managers, 1 in your team A, and the same requirement basically is up above. Your city mayor is 12.6 package. You have to have sponsored 5 people. And now all of a sudden you need 3 city managers in your tree, at least 1 from your team A, and you will become a city mayor. When you become a governor, you have to have 13,800 in packages. You're going to have 5 people sponsored. You have to have $100 million in volume. You need 3 city mayors in your team tree, at least 1 in your team A. So it's a very structured system to bonus out and rank up. And I'm going to tell you why these are important in just a second. Your team tree. So the team tree is basically going to consist of the members that you refer and those members which have been referred to the members of your team tree. In order to be added to your team tree, members first must purchase a mining plan. So that means in your binary, guys, I'll just pass through this. In your binary, to go left or right, they have to have bought a package. You can't place people without a package, okay? So here's what's kind of unique. You have your binary plan, and then you have this point system, which I talked about earlier. And if you notice, you have these little binary points right here in this column. So what you want to do in this little situation is you want to get 5 points on your left and 5 points on your right, and that will give you a cycle in your binary, which equals $200 to you in Bitcoin Vault or Bitcoin itself. And every time you actually cycle, let's say you got 12 points on your left. Let's say you got 10 points on your right. It will actually give you 2 cycles. That's 8. We're going to give you $400, and then you'll have 2 points left on the one side because it didn't eat them all up. It only washes out every 24 hours as it pays you. So let's take a look real quick on your first 5 referrals, because this is actually where the unit level begins. So you actually have your first 5 people that you sign up, you're going to earn 5% commission on. Your 6 to infinity on your front line, you're now going to earn 10% on. And then you have this thing called the BA process. The A people, which means the first 5 of your people from 6 to infinity, when they sign up first 5, you get a 5% override on those people as well, just like they were in your team A. So it's a very unique process, allowing you to earn massive amounts of money. This is where they were talking about in the binary, where you have the point system that I just explained, guys. And this is a little clearer deal. So let's say somebody comes in, you got 14 points, 7 BTC, 7 Bitcoin Vault. You have 4 BTC, 7 Bitcoin Vaults. You're going to see this, and you're going to be able to cycle as you go through this. And this is basically your bonus that I was talking about. So when the sum of the binary points contributed by members below you in the binary tree reaches 5 points on the left and 5 points on the right, a cycle is generated. For each cycle that is generated, you receive commissions, and 5 binary points are consumed in each of the 2 legs. For each generated recycle, you're going to receive $200 in Bitcoin or $200 in Bitcoin Vault based on the proportion of the binary points that originate from Bitcoin or from Bitcoin Vault. The payments in Bitcoin and Bitcoin Vaults are made at current exchange rate during commission payouts, which is +9 UTC every day. So let's talk about, there's a maximum amount of cycles. So I want to talk about that for a second. So you can actually, we've already went through this, guys. I'm not going to do this, but here's the way it works on your maximum cycles per rank. As a resident, you can only cycle 1 time per day. So you can make $200 a day. As a citizen, you can cycle 4 times per day, make $800. As a city builder, you can cycle 5 times per day, make $1,000. As a city developer, 6 times per day for $1,200. As a city manager, 8 times per day for $1,600. And as a city chief manager, 10 times per day for $2,000. And as a city mayor, 12 times per day for $2,400. And as a governor, 14 times per day for $2,800. This is only on your own points. There's also the matching bonus, which is anytime somebody cycles in your tree below you, you're going to basically earn a matching bonus, which is $10 per cycle for everybody all the way up. So you can see actually how this works. Let's go. So like this guy has your total team cycles by team members, 7. So it'll show you right here. And then this is your bonus. So you can actually see if you have, if you're a mayor, you can do the 12 cycles. Your bonus is $10. Period 30 times, you got a $10,800 bonus. As a builder, check this out. All the way down, he can go all the way down. He can make so much money in this comp plan because of these matching bonuses. Now, if you guys have never seen this before, I've literally had a friend of mine in an old system, instead of 5 points left and right, it was 15 points left and right with the same point system. And this guy was literally doing $35,000, $40,000 a day off the matching bonuses. So the money is definitely here, guys. Your plan bonus, I already talked to you about this. This is basically your This is basically your BAs, which, you're going to get the 5% override. If you sign up somebody in your team B and then they sign up somebody that's in their team A, you also make 5% and they make 5%. This is exactly what I just told you. So again, your 5% on your team A, you're going to make 10% here. Now let's talk about your repurchase money, because this is where the money actually really starts to get good. Okay. Your repurchases are very unique. So in the system, you can actually set up your repurchase rate from 0 to 100%. When anybody in your team A is on automatic repurchase, you're going to earn 10% on their repurchases. But in your team B, you're now going to earn 20% in your repurchases. And anybody in your B team, their A team, you make 10% match all the way down. And if you look in your citizen, it's 10 levels, city builder, 15 levels, city developer, 20 levels, city manager, 30 levels. And there are no limits on city chief manager and above. There are no level limits. And this is for life, guys. This is one of the most monstrous comp plans I have ever seen. This is what I just explained to you right here. And then you have your residual bonus. So this is based on your team tree, and this is based on generations. So as you become a city builder, you make a 1% bonus on your team. Generation 2, you're going to make a 1% bonus. Generation 3, you're going to make a 0.5 point bonus and 0.5% bonus. And the same thing as you go all the way down, except for your city mayor and your governor and your city chiefs and your city managers. They don't earn in generation 3s. You guys do to get kickstarted, but this is where the real money comes in, because when you guys are all the way up this ladder, and I believe Hanil Park's already made governor. The guy made $5 million his first year in the company from scratch, ground zero, $5 million. This is a crazy comp plan, guys. Like, this kind of shows you the overview of this. And I will give this chart, this entire presentation into the group, but I want to get it updated first so it's a little cleaner and some of these things are a little clearer. So let me get out of this part for a second and come back to you on the screen, because I'm sure we probably have a few questions and maybe no questions right now. Or if you guys got questions, please post comments, okay? I hope you guys got something out of this presentation. I tried to keep this lean and mean and clean, because a lot of people were said last week, oh, you guys were like, an hour and something in one of the other presentations. And I want to make sure this is clean. But I'm going to make myself available throughout the week. And on Wednesday night at 11 o'clock, same time, my time, 11 p.m. my time, 11 a.m. Eastern, I'll actually be doing training and live Q&A. And that will happen in a Zoom meeting. It won't happen as a broadcast like this. But I wanted to put this out this way, guys, because we have a lot of tools and we have a lot of things coming for our team. So if you guys don't know, we're actually working. Let me just share my screen one more time just so you guys can actually see this. But our team, actually, we've developed and we've spent a lot of time and money developing this system right here. So we have all custom videos where you guys will be able to give away a free crypto course. People will learn about the evolution of money. They'll get an in-depth look at Bitcoin and money, Bitcoin wallets for beginners, how to buy Bitcoin, how to profit from Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. We show them how to set up their Exodus wallet properly, as well as some other wallets that we're going to be doing live. And then the webinar for how to make money with cryptocurrency, we're finalizing that right now because of all the changes and things that just happened. We had to go back and redo some of it. Then they'll start the production of that video. Once that's done, this is version 1 of Crypto Wealth Club. Keep in mind, there's a lead capture page, a video sales page, all custom video. It's already all done. And then from this process, we'll actually be stepping into our own back office, completely standalone. When we go to that process, guys, anybody that's on our team, I'll tell you up front, we're going to do something very unique. With Crypto Wealth Club, when we launch it as a standalone, I want you guys to understand that we're making an investment, guys, about $100,000 out of our own pocket to get this done. It's a completely custom back office. We're going to have Facebook ads. We're already starting to work on them. Hannah, myself, and my Facebook ads person, we had a conference call this week. We'll be actually setting up campaigns. We'll be running some test campaigns. We'll be tracking stats, knowing how many leads we got from the campaign, what the cost is per lead, how many of those people actually converted into a sign up. And then we'll publish the successful campaigns in the back office. So you guys will actually be able to use that campaign with us. You'll actually be able to say, hey, I want to run this campaign. Our manager will handle it and run your campaign, and you'll just basically pay your cost per lead. So it's a very simple process. It's not like paying for an opt-in or running a solo ad campaign, because this is something that's a guaranteed action. That's how I made my living on lead gen business, guys. This is the market that I dwell in. It's what I know. I still make $1 million a year off that side of the business, and I'll continue to do so. And that's something that I want to share with our team, because I think it's something that could drive you guys into the next level. I mean, if you've never made 7 figures, that's my goal, is to get you there. If you've never made 6 figures, my goal is to get you there by using tools and tweaks that you guys have never seen. Now, when we launch Crypto Wealth Club as a standalone, I want to tell you up front, it will cost $50 a month, but here's why. It's an affiliate system. Every single person you sign up, you'll make $25 per person. Here's the other side of that. Every dollar that comes in will be used to go into pay our hosting fee, because as we drive more traffic, the hosting fee will increase. But every dollar that's left over will be spent on an ad campaign that will go into a rotator for every member of the system that will then help feed you and fill your downline. So if we all do this together, guys, we'll be able to grow the ad budget. We'll be able to advertise for our team and spend an ungodly amount of money and build our downlines the right way. And that's through automation. So I don't know about you guys, but I like to vacation. I like to spend money, time with my family. I like to go out and do things. And sometimes when you're working in network marketing business, doing live events, doing presentations in person and all that stuff gets in the way of your life. So what I want to do is show you guys a way that you can actually come back and see how I do these things by showing you directly. And that will be inside our standalone system. I hope you guys got something out of this. And I'm really excited, for you guys to actually hear this presentation. I hope it made sense. I don't see a lot of questions over here on the side, but that's okay. Let's see, make sure I didn't miss anything on the private chat. Nope. So if you guys have anything, just let me know in the group. You can chat or comment below the video inside the group, and I'll be answering those questions tonight, and I'll be helping you guys in any way I possibly can. I'll be doing presentations more than just Sunday night. I want you to know that. If you guys got a group of 10 people or more and you need a presentation, I will be happy to get with you and do one. But first, I want to get this presentation dialed in and cleaned up so it's picture perfect. So when we do a presentation, everything makes sense and it flows properly the way that it needs to. There's just a few little changes that we have to do, because you got to realize the presentation that we have tonight was created in Korean, translated into English by Polish people. So we want to translate it and help them actually get it better and actually make it all great for you guys. But let's get busy, guys. Let's build. Actually, I almost forgot. Let me log into my account. I want to show you guys some things that's happened actually in my life, because this is kind of where the bread, the proof meets the, the road right here. Let me open up my deal here before I share my screen. Hold up a second, guys. It's kind of funny. Like I said, I didn't do much. When we first started this company, and I say I didn't do much, I didn't do anything. I started actually working on Crypto Wealth Club, not promoting, because when I start promoting, I get lots of people that come to me and say, Ari, I need help. I need this. And guess what? When that happens, it's hard for me to actually write copy, get videos made and all of those things. So I really didn't do much when I bought this. But this is kind of how it worked out for me. I want you to see this. So your plans... I have 2 plans. The first one was a 35 terahash Bitcoin. It was purchased roughly back in June of 2019, June 26, 2019. It's the day, the month, and then the year, so you guys know. The end date, obviously, is 6th of May, 2023. And it started mining on July 6, 2019. I'm going to show you everything. This is the one that's the craziest one, because when I first bought Bitcoin Vault, there was a 90-day wait to start mining because the software and everything wasn't ready. And we actually bought it back in 11/28/2019, so November 28th. And it started mining, if you notice, it tells you right here, the 9th of February 2020. So let's take a look real quick and see what's happened in each one of these plans. So obviously in Bitcoin, this is what's happened for me. In my binary, I made over 1 Bitcoin, okay? And my commissions, another 0.573 Bitcoin. Withdrawals, 1.738 Bitcoins. The mining, just 0.12, okay, of Bitcoins. That right there, all combined, guys, so you know, is about 2 Bitcoins total. So you're probably somewhere around 17 grand, okay, 17,000 bucks. This is where it gets crazy to me, okay? I bought this plan As I told you, it didn't even start mining until the 9th of February. But here's what I want you to pay attention to. This is how much, guys, you got a calculator. I want you to put this in. So right now it's $184 per Bitcoin vault. So take $184 times 49.54919,473. Whoops, hold on a second. 184 times 49, I'm just going to do 49.549. So my $3,500 plan, because that's what it cost me at 35 terahash, has made me $9,117 since the 2nd of February. Just mining. That doesn't talk about binary. That doesn't talk about any type of commissions or override or matches or anything from the comp plan. That's just mining. This is a no-brainer, people, man. If you have people that want to make income without doing a damn thing, tell them to come buy a Bitcoin Vault mining package because it works. Like, this is the smoothest thing I have ever seen. Combined, I have made over $60,000 since I got into this company without doing anything, without really going out and working this company. My first presentation was 2 weeks ago. That's the first time I did a presentation since I joined the company. Am I happy about that? No, but I had to get something done for my team. Now I see all the value in this. I see how everything is moving. Aditha, our team with Nelly and Aditha and so many others up in Toronto have exploded. And that's why my binary is obviously went crazy, guys. And just so you can actually see it, what I did myself to help you guys understand is I came in and I bought a plan right here. I didn't do anything else. Had I been smart, what I would have done is I would have bought the tripod right here, but I didn't do that. So I'm going to encourage you guys to be smart, because after I figured out the comp plan, what I did is I went over here. I have my main position. I bought my wife's position. I bought my second, my third, and then I bought my son and I bought my best friend a package. And they're actually down here under the leg. But you can see actually as Chris came in, because he was in a proper situation, he actually did it right. He's actually got his 1, 2, 3, which is tripod. And then he's got, he bought his first position, then he bought this next 5. So he's 6 spots completely. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's 5. And if you guys are smart, this is what you do, because this is why this one doesn't say Chris anymore. Is we use this to dangle as a carrot to go get a leader in that would start building and building a team. So now all of a sudden this person is starting to generate some income based off the efforts that we've done, and they've started to grow. Same thing happened with Darren. Darren came in, signed up just a few minutes after Chris. He's the same thing. Got his main spot. Then he's got 1, 2, he's got 3, 4, and 5. And guess what? This fifth spot, we actually got a leader to come in there and start working. So these are the things that you guys need to learn how to do. And this is what we'll cover in training so you guys will understand it. But your team, just so you guys know, let's see how many pages down I am. I know this one, because I put him in not too long ago, but this is actually, whoops. Okay, so you see how many pages I am of people already down here, and we're still growing, guys. We're just lighting it up. Tom out in LA, another guy that came in, Filipino, they started building a monster squad. So they're on 2 different legs. They're competing. And guys, this thing is going bonkers. Okay, this is where we're at today. And by the way, I'm one of those people, if you join, I place everybody in the proper order. I'm going to show you guys how to do that because it's a really big deal. You need to learn how this works. If you guys learn how it works, you can make big money in it. So show up for me on Wednesday. We'll do the Zoom. I'll teach you all the training. I'll show you how to position everybody. I'll show you everything I possibly can to make your life easier with Miningcity and help you make more income. Okay, now again, I want to apologize because this is not a perfect presentation, at least not for me. And I want to get it all smoothed out so it's bread and butter, it flows like water. And let's get busy, guys, during the week. But please, do me a favor. Reach out to me if you got questions, and I will help you. Okay, don't wait. Talk soon and have a great night, everyone.